Okay, everybody. So on this video, I'm not gonna waste a whole bunch of time with slides and stuff. I'm gonna get right down to the nitty gritty. Let's talk about a snack bar in iOS mobile development. So like in Android, they have kind of like a dialogue that kind of starts at the bottom of your phone screen and scrolls up. Sometimes it disappears. It's like a notification, but it scrolls up. Or maybe scroll back down. And that's called a snack bar. So we don't have that component in iOS mobile development, but we can create one. And I'm going to show you guys how to create a makeshift one, but I want to talk through some of the issues. So, with UI kit, you do it a little bit different. You use that async animate type thingy with UI kit, but in SwiftUI you can do it a different way. So for example, in UI kit, let me see. I know that there is a give me a second. Well, regardless, we're gonna skip all that and we're gonna do all of our everything on our snack bar using Swift UI. And we're gonna have like three components. We're gonna have the actual banner struct, then we're gonna have a banner modifier, then we're gonna have our view which will display it. And yeah, you can take this and make it a component. And yeah, but right now I'm just giving you the basic functionality. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So right here we have our content view. I'm going to create I'm not even bother making directories, right? I'm just going to go ahead and new file, right? And I'm just going to call this banner. We have one file, we're going to call this banner. Create. I'm going to put this right here. And then I'm going to have it create another file. I'm going to call it banner modifier. And banner modifier. Banner modifier. Okay, so we have banner modifier. Okay, and let's go ahead and do our banner first. Okay, so we have this right here. This should be Swift UI. Nah. Okay. Swift UI. And let's go ahead and create this struct. I'm gonna take this watch. This watch is killing me, man. Not allowing me to focus. Okay, struct. Banner. Okay. And this is view, right? Let's text of type string. So a property that is of type string. Okay. Right. And let's say Norbert created this banner, right? And then we aren't messing with no UI kit. We need to conform to this protocol. How we do that? Var body of type some view, right? H stack. Now we are conforming to the view. Okay. So let's go ahead and just add some stuff in here. Okay. I'm going to create spacer up top. Why? But I don't want to create spacer. It takes up all the space, right? Dot frame. Right. With 10. Right. That's keep it from pushing too far to the left, right? Now we're gonna create a V stack. V stack spacer. Okay. So if you're new to SwiftUI, just follow along. You don't gotta understand everything right now. Okay. And height. HIGT is 30. Right. And then I'm gonna create an image, right? And system name checkmark.circle.fill, right? But and where do I get that from? I get it from here, right? Remember SF symbols? I did a video on that. If you're unfamiliar with SF symbols, you need to go ahead and go watch that video. I'm gonna leave a link at the end of this video. Check mark. And I'm not that particular on the type of check marks. Here's one simple check. I'm gonna do the check mark circle because that looks cooler. Right. So what is it? How do I get it? Copy the name. Right. Minimize this crap. Go right here. That right there. Here. Command V. There you go. And that's how I get it, right? And I don't know why that has a two colons, right? That pisses me off. Foreground color, foreground colors dot black dot font, is type dot system. Maybe one video I'll go more into depth with stuff like fonts, but for now I'm not. Let's see, spacer. Okay, so we have this right here. And of course, I'm gonna go ahead. Actually, I can't see it because it's not even displaying in my. Let me stop. Let's see if I can see it in my canvas. Right. Come on, canvas. Oh, that's right. I don't have my preview in here, right? You got to have your preview at the bottom of your thing, and I don't have a preview. I don't feel like making one. But you're gonna see it at the end. Okay. Now I'm gonna come outside this bracket, create another V stack. Oh yeah, and if you get lost in this with all the brackets open and closes, remember you can download the example project, run it, and take it apart so you can kind of see what's going on. Tags. Right. And I would add some accessibility issues, but you know something? That's gonna be a completely different video because y'all don't care about that, right? But no, you don't. Give me a second. Spacer. Right. Spacer. Dot. Frame. Okay, so now I got to create a frame that is not like the complete width of our screen, right? So, oh, why is this thing fucking with me, huh? Right. Width, and our width is gonna be we have a um an object UI screen, right? UI screen, UI not scene, but screen. UI screen dot main dot bounds, right? Dot width minus 40, right? Height 100, right? dot background, right? It's color. I'm gonna make it color dot white, right? And dot foreground color is dot black. Colors dot black dot corner radius. You guys know what that is, right? Corner radius is going to be 5, right? And then I'm gonna come back and do all that other nice stuff, other cosmetic stuff that will clean it up. But in the meantime, this is our banner. Actually, I messed up. I put this in the banner modifier, right? This should be in our banner. So I'm gonna take this. How do I do this? Command X, remove it out of here, put it in here. Swift UI, bring it here. This is our banner. We should run it. Nothing breaks, right? Now our banner modifier is going to use this, right? And the banner modifier is going to look something like this. SwiftUI, STR. Oh, crap. Are you got to be kidding me? Banner modifier. Struct, BA init, banner modifier dot view modifier, right? At binding var is presented of type boolean, not body. Right, we have our banner object. Let banner be of type banner, right? And we're gonna have at state. We already talked about state, right? Private var banner position, right? And this banner position is going to be CG float, type CG float with a default value of UI screen, main.bounds.height. That default position is the bottom, right? UI screen, right? Dot main dot bounds dot height. Okay. So well, this is our default value, right? But we're gonna set it to height. We're gonna set it to 0. I'm gonna show you. But first, so again, this is a type view modifier. We're not conforming to view modifier yet, right? But we gotta conform to it. So here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna say func body content some view z stack is different from h stack and v stack, right? V stack is vertical, h stack is horizontal, and z stack is like layers, right? One can be in front of the other. It's like the third dimension, right? So yeah, and if you notice, we're finally conforming to view modifier. If is presented, right? Banner, right? Dot is offset is, I mean, not is offset, but offset, right? Offset Y, right? And we're going to say banner position. That's our property, right? That is height. That's like the top one, right? Okay. And then we're going to say opacity, because yeah, we want this mug to fade out. We want it to fade out. Is presented, and we have this ternary operator. It's like if it's one, right? Other, so if it's presented, the value in the opacity should be one. Otherwise, it's zero, right? Those are, and that's where we're setting our opacity. Nothing in between. 1 and 0, 1 and 0, 1 and 0. Okay, all right. At least right there, right? And then we're gonna do something on appear. Dot on appear, right? And we're gonna create this right here on appear with animation, right? Okay, with animation, banner position equals 0. Okay, so now our banner position is equal to 0. And but we're still inside of the in appear on appear bracket. Let's do this. Timer, right? Dot scheduled timer, SC scheduled timer, right? Yeah, this should do scheduled timer with that's wrong. Go back here, timer, SC, scheduled timer. And this should be with interval, right? With interval, I'm going to say 2.0, and repeats is false. We don't repeat, okay? And then our block, I'm going to go here, hit the return key, and now we have this, okay? And we aren't going to use this, right? So we're going to have the underline. We aren't creating a variable for this. We put that underline. You work for a big company, you can't have a variable that is never used, right? They have these things, sometimes it's lint or whatever. Make sure that your code is adhering to some type of consistent structure or convention, right? And they'll throw an error. It won't let you build if you don't have if you're doing wasteful shit like unnecessary bars, using variables in places where you should have constants, and having variables that are never used, right? So we have that underline right there instead of putting actual variable there, because there's a value that comes out in disclosure, but we aren't using it. Okay, I'm glad I explained that. With animation, um, I'm gonna say animation, right? Dot linear, and duration is 2.0, right? And we're gonna do this, right? And then I'm gonna say a banner. I'm changing the banner position now. Banner position is UI screen dot main dot bounds dot height. So again, we're moving from the top to the bottom. Okay. And then self dot is presented equals false. Self dot is presented equals false. Okay. Now we said the false because we're not going to use that mug no more. Right. So now we have our banner modifier, and our content view. So now let's go ahead and use this in the view, right? And this is simple. So we have this already built. Let's go ahead and create an add state, right? Again, you people should know about this add state because why I made a video on it. Var show banner equals false. All right. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of all this stuff right here. This stuff is not gonna help us, right? Um, I'm gonna say button, right, with an action and a label, right? And in this action, there we go, right there. Self dot what show banner, right? Equals true, right? True. Okay. And then here, in our label, so let me see something real quick. So here's the thing. I don't like doing it this way. Let's do this way, right? Um button action. Okay. Button action, right? Then I'm gonna say this right here. Right. Text is going to say show banner. Right. And then in this action, I'm going to say self, not selector, self dot show banner equals true. Okay. And yeah, that should do it. That should do it. Show banner is false. And then like at the bottom, we're gonna do this, right? I'm gonna say dot banner. Okay. Is free free okay. Dot banner is presented. Is presented. Right. Dollar sign show banner. Let's see, where is the value? Has no member banner. Give me a second. Okay, so I forgot one thing. Let's go ahead and make extension. Extension on view, right? Because this is saying that get rid of that canvas. Um this has no member. VStack has no member, right? So let's go ahead and make an extension on view so it has this member, right? Extension, view, extension view, right? Func, banner, right? Is presented, right? I'm gonna say binding, right? True or false, right? So this is how you do this, right? Right, some view let banner equal banner Okay, return self dot modifier. Okay. And now this modifier should be what? Banner modifier. Right. And of course, with all of our parameters is presented. We're passing in there and then banner. Banner. Okay. And now we have everything. And of course, some view, not small view, right? Some view. Oh my God, that actually pisses me off. I hate those typos. Okay, so now our error's gone away, and let's go ahead and replace this. Right. In our content view, we should see a whenever this thing is finished building, it's still running. Is it running? Is it running? Is it running? Because we should see a where is my I should have a button on this main page. So okay, so I think one of my problems is this. Oh fuck. Whenever you do your body function inside your Z stack, you should always include content, right? And that's the reason why my button is not showing here. So let me go back to my content view right here, banner, damn button, and then okay. So now, right. So I have my banner. Oh my God. Ugh, that hurt. Ooh, there's a lot of debugging I had to go through, right? So the only thing that you need to go back and change with the functionality is you need to go back and add a view, an extension, right? We don't care where we put it. You know how to use extensions. I've explained that before. Add this extension with the banner function is presented. Come back to your content view, your banner modifier, and go up here inside your Z stack content. Do not forget that your button will not show when you try to implement banner is presented on your V stack in your body. Okay. Uh that hurt. So now let's go in here and let's fix some things in the banner object, right? Because we have we can clean it up a little bit, right? So again, we have our radius, corner radius of 5. Let's go ahead and add a few things and make it just nicer, okay? Because we don't see it, right? Overlay, I'm gonna say overlay, right? Overlay. I'm gonna do this. This keyboard is just not, it's just not cooperating with me right now. Rounded rectangle, corner radius, right? The corner radius, I'm gonna say 10, and with a dot stroke of my dot stroke should be I don't know, color dot black, color dot black. I'm just gonna keep it simple. And line width, I'm just gonna make it 2. And then we're gonna, on this overlay, we're gonna add some padding. Right, padding should be horizontal. Right, comma 20. Dot, and we don't need no accessibility or nothing like that, right? And now let's go ahead and let's run this again. Okay, press the daggone button, and this is our banner, and it disappears. Okay. All right. And you guys can clean it up, modify it, what have you. And yeah, it was tricky trying to figure that out, with the documentation that's online. But you have it, like I said, modify it, clean it up, make it better. And yeah, on to the next.